From choosing the big environment to decorating the home, what are the things we should avoid? Grandmaster JinBodhi teaches you how to select good houses. Let's talk about the house you've chosen. Whether you're going to buy or rent. Let me briefly tell you about its feng shui. It takes time for you to learn more. First, let me remind you. Even if you're satisfied with the size, color, and price of the house, there is one thing, indeed many things, that I need to tell you. The most important is, just as with a potential spouse, the first impression. If you don't like it, don't take it. It's definitely not a good one. Then, someone may say, wow, the owner is a billionaire. He's raised a scholar. Maybe he and his house were a good match. It suits him, but may not suit you. That's it. This house, or anything, will find the right person for it. If it's not suitable for you, it'll be useless for you even if you live in it. Whether it's good or not, your eyes will tell you right away. That's the first impression. When you see it, you feel it's yours and you like it. Of course, if the size, inside structure, and the price fit your budget, that will be even better. That way, the longer you stay, the more you'll like it. Alright, this is the first thing. The second one is, whether you're buying or renting, first big, then small. Look at the big environment first, and then the small environment, which means the house itself, and its interior condition. Big refers to the surrounding environment. If you feel the surrounding area isn't good, it's not good for you even if the inside is not bad. An inappropriate example, a luxurious room on a cruise ship. Well, it's more luxurious than a regular hotel room, so the decorations are more expensive. However, it's on the sea. Right? The ship is old and broken, like the Titanic, even leaking water. Even if you feel the room's interior is good, it's useless since the ship has problems and is sinking. So, when you want to buy a house for living, choose the big environment first. If you feel that's the environment and price you want, it's okay. Then, you choose the house you like within this environment. In a residential area, there are many buildings. Right? If you live there, you won't see much scenery. If you live on the edge, it's closer to the road. You have a wider view. However, the disadvantage is all the traffic. Cars can't stop there easily because it's not a commercial area. It can't stop the money. The energy slips away instantly. And thus the feng shui isn't ideal. If that's the case, it's better to pick a house in the middle or close to the hillside. The mountains are at the back of your house. It's more auspicious. You get the support on your back. If there is a river in front of your house, that's the best. It's called near the mountain and by the river. The back of the house gives a solid, firm, strong feeling. Usually, such support is from the mountains or mountain range. Or even a big mansion is fine. It's a sense of support. Regarding softness such as water and wind, it's better in the front. Got it? Mountain at the back and river in the front is the best. So it's really important to pick the big environment. Let's look at the piercing road. A road pierces toward your house from the front of it. You may not see this problem on the floor plan. However, when you enter the room, especially in a high-rise building, you feel the cars are coming toward you when looking from the window. Surely, this unit is very close to the road or around the corner from it. At an upper level, you see and feel the cars coming and going under your feet. This is also a condition of road piercing, which is not good. Treasure bowls with the blessing of the Buddha light can eliminate the negative energy. These treasure bowls and precious vases here will absorb the negative energy through the swirling motion. The bowls transform the furious, piercing energy into a gentle energy. It's about this concept. Furthermore, if it's given this mission, it'll have the function of resolving the piercing energy. Sometimes, I'd tell you to plant a tree or some flowers at home for the same effect. The 7-star Bagua set I mentioned is especially effective for the road piercing issue and the negative energy. Also, it can transform energy. You know that energy can generate electricity, right? It turns the furious piercing energy into positive and prosperous energy. That's great. Gathering prosperity and fortune is a much higher state. I personally like the school environment. First of all, it's a place for studying and gaining wisdom. Secondly, you can hear lots of sounds of happiness. Whenever the kids finish the class, they laugh and play, which is auspicious and joyful. You'll be happier, especially with high schools and elementary schools. These schools have good environments and big playgrounds. The same way, if your house is near a community park, you can walk in it. You'll have a wider, more comfortable view. Kids are our future and hope, especially to the elderly. Right? It's good feng shui. However, some organizations and places are not so good, such as a mortuary, as someone said the other day, a crematory, and even a nearby hospital, fire station, mental hospital, etc. Also, a cemetery, courthouse, any public security authorities, and prisons are not good. No good. I don't mean the policemen of a specific country are not good. In any country, it's not good to be close to the police station. Some houses may have been a crime scene, including suicides or homicides. You can check with the agent when you buy a house in Western countries. The real estate agent will check with the police station and must provide the true facts to the buyer. Normally, these houses are discounted. You must be careful about it. Also, there's one more thing. It's not good to be close to a religious venue that you don't believe in. If you believe in the religion, it may help you. If you don't, you can't live close to it. Right. Your energy surely can't be stronger than that divinity's. That's it. Usually, it's not good to be close to high-voltage power lines. Of course, the real estate developers will say that's not a problem. The closer, the worse. What if you've bought the house already? Buy another one. You can sell this one and get a new one. You must be patient. Normally, moving or buying a house is a test of your patience, fortitude, and fortune. If you enter a single-family house and find the main floor to be lower than the ground surface outside, it's not good. It's better to choose a house with the main floor at the same level as the outside road. It'd be even better to choose a house with the main floor higher than the outside road surface, as we want to get even better. When you get in the house, the main floor is a few steps higher than the road surface outside. If it's at least 3 feet higher, this house is even better. It's outstanding among houses. When you look at the view outside, you feel you're higher. Like the ancient government officials who were wearing their uniform, had a big belly, and took big steps. You're in a prominent position like a government official. A house with such feeling is a noble house. So, its height, starting from the foundation, is higher than others. These are all very good houses. So, the higher the main floor, the more auspicious. If it's lower than the road surface outside, it's not so good. Remember, there's such a rule. Also, not only the opposite side, but if the house next to yours is higher, straighter, and more imposing, it's not good for you. Talking about Feng Shui, we must use wind and water well. That's most important. Remember that there's a gap between the reality of life and the artistic world. In fact, the subtler the color, the stronger it looks. If you want to live in peace, your house can't be fancy. At least the color shouldn't be fancy, but calm and serene. A house must be stable, solemn, and showing its capacity to bear. Right? What are the traditional materials used in construction? Stones, bricks, mud, and wood are all hard materials. Today, you paint it a fancy color, as if it's built with pig innards. That's unacceptable and against the law of objective, natural vision. At this time, most people couldn't stand it and will have issues with it. You're going to have problems. I want to remind my friends that this is my own experience and not my preference. It's for your reference only. The garage is often another wealth-leaking spot. Therefore, I suggest on the garage floor, I'll show you the manifested Bagua trigrams. Most importantly, you need to draw these yourself. A photocopy won't be effective. You draw with paint proportionally. It's easy. It won't fade easily and the car can't ruin it. Also, we have the Buddha's World Thanka. We can't put it on the floor, but on the wall facing the garage door. The Buddha's World Thanka facing the garage door can gather energy. Due to the design of many houses, most bathrooms have no windows. It's dim and dark even in the daytime. It makes people scared when they use the bathroom. I have a solution. Put a little night light inside. It's an electronic LED light. There are new models that are very energy saving. There's no light bulb but a luminous film. It's not costing electricity and not too bright. It shines day and night. You just plug it in the outlet on the wall. Definitely, it's better to keep it away from the water. This way, the bathroom will be brighter, and you'll feel more comfortable. Also, installing a curtain is better than a bathroom door. Inside the bathroom, you can put some air freshener. Or turn on the ventilation fan frequently. The ventilation fan will expel the odor and filthy air. Otherwise, it will go into your house. It's not auspicious if your house has an unpleasant odor. It's not necessary to use a powerful exhaust fan, but it's better to have it on continuously. So, plug in the light, turn on the fan, and install a curtain. That's for the bathroom. Tracing back through history, most men flaunted their fearlessness, strong attack and lethal abilities. Most men in every country were like that. Human history is full of these stories. They couldn't keep a live tiger at home, right? They made it into a showpiece by which to show themselves off. Look how brave and strong I am. I'm a virile man. In each era, they show off in a different way. People nowadays want to beautify themselves. I love nature. That's good, indeed. But remember, if you bring a fierce animal in your home, what will it bring to you? From the perspective of energy, you killed the animal or someone else did. The one in your home now is not real. For example, a fake tiger or leopard. Most people like to decorate with the leopard pattern, or make an art piece with the look of a leopard. It's very common in art pieces and furniture. However, if you have these fierce animals at home, I'm afraid you'll get hurt. Sometimes, since you could be injured, I'm not sure if they're protecting you or hurting you. Yes, there's such a saying, if you're not sure, it's better not to use them. Especially in the bedroom. Nowadays, many young girls have no idea of what they want as a birthday gift. Their uncles and aunts will buy plush dolls or animals for them. These plush things are very soft to the touch and make you feel good, so they'll be kept in the bedroom. Usually, a girl's bedroom has piles of these plush toys and gifts. It's not good. Firstly, they confuse your mind. Secondly, so many eyes are watching you. You may say they're fake. Well, with some things in this world, it can be hard to tell. So, don't keep too many dolls and stuffed animals in the bedroom. Especially, the more realistic the eyes, the worse. When you buy it, you think the more realistic, the better. But it's not the case. It's better to keep fewer of them. What if they're possessed? It sounds scary, so don't display too many human-like or animal toys at home. Don't decorate your home with these fierce animals. Also, snakes. Since Indians like to play with snakes, they have relatively more snakes in their life. Don't display these fierce, sinister, scary creatures. It's good to have big trees in front of the house. But it also depends on where they are. If the trees are facing the entrance, usually it's not good. It's better to have trees on both sides of the entrance. When you look out from the house, the corresponding corner is a good spot. If it directly faces the entrance, it becomes an obstacle. Many people love to plant lots of flowers and trees. Although it's a sunny day outside, inside the house is dark. Even the garden is dim because of the trees. I don't feel this is good. Those big trees are so gloomy. I don't even want to enter the garden during the day. It's too dark. It's too gloomy, which is not good for the owner. Well, it's good to have more vegetation and trees in the big environment. However, if there is too much vegetation in your home or yard, especially those with big and luxuriant tree crowns, if you have 3 or 4 such big trees surrounding your house, they'll block the sunshine above your house. It'll be too dark. No matter if it's inside or outside your house, you have to control the amount of vegetation you plant. Say, in the bedroom, we can put a pot of orchids. Here we have a few pots of orchids for Buddha on the altar. Yes, I think 1 pot is enough for the bedroom. Well, if you say that you're rich, and put 20 pots there, I don't know why you have to do something that's not good for you. When the energy of plants is taking away your energy, the plants become the owner of the house, and you become the slave. It's bad. There should not be too many plants. No matter if it's inside or outside your house. When I was in Shanghai, I visited a high-ranking government official's home. He often met his guests in the sitting room. He kept many kinds of flowers and plants there. I thought it was a little too many. And thus, his son was very disappointing. The parents were fine, but the son was very disappointing. He was strange, enigmatic, eccentric, just not doing proper things. Was it related to the plants? When there are too many plants, it impacts the status of the family fate. Thus, the results showed on the child. That's my experience. Maybe when you live in the house or are just observing it, you feel cold inside the house. I call it gloomy and cold. Actually, you don't feel cold outside, but once you enter the house, you feel cold and afraid, then don't live in it. There must be a reason. So, don't choose such a house to live in. I also want to remind those who already have their own house. Don't keep your curtains closed all the time. When there's sunshine, you should let it shine into the house. The sunshine will eradicate the gloominess and darkness. Please remember, sunshine eradicates darkness. Darkness. We say, let the sunshine come into the house. The darkness in your house could end up in your mind. Originally, it darkens your house, but ends up darkening your mind. You become autistic. Those who love sunshine are more joyful and forgiving. So whenever possible, in any room except your secret room, Under normal conditions, it's better to let the sunlight in. Keep ventilating with fresh air. No matter how good an air conditioner is, it can't beat fresh air. When fresh air comes into your house, the rooms will smell fresh. How comfortable it is. So, during the day, we should keep the windows open for a while. Breathing fresh air will make you healthier. Welcoming sunshine will make you sunnier. Right. Get rid of your darkness. We've mentioned what we should avoid. There's also the dragon vein and noble house. For some houses, as you drive by them, you say, "Wow, that's a noble house." Among a row of the same beautiful houses, only that house feels like a noble house. We don't identify a noble house by seeing a rich lady walking out of it. We can tell by seeing only the house itself, the nobility. When we learn about facial features and Feng Shui, we learn about the look and shape, which you don't understand. I'll look at a house's energy, color and luminosity. You feel its nobility. Actually, it's difficult and time-consuming to buy a house. But if you cultivate properly, you may buy the perfect one in a month. Just like that. Right. The fortunate people don't need to be busy. They'll get it at the right time. If someone has good fortune, any house he lives in is a good house. Even a bad location becomes a good one. Bad energy turns into good energy because of one's great fortune. Also, if people are really rich, you can see it on their face. If your cultivation reaches a certain level, you can tell a person is rich with a glance. Yes, on his face, you can see that his house is worth over $5 million. Self-cultivation can perfect our lives. We'll be compassionate and kind. Some may ask, what about my work? Compassionate people are the most hardworking because they're grateful. After you've overcome so many temptations, you'll have fortitude and be contented and grateful. Right. When you're cultured and doing good deeds often, you still need to cultivate your mind and introspect 3 times a day. If you often reflect on your behavior, you're a gentleman. Usually, your behaviors must be good and kind. Even when selfishness and greed arise, you'll think about and evaluate whether it's appropriate. Self-cultivation is a process. No evil act of any kind. Do only good deeds. We want to be healthy, long-lived, fortunate, meritorious, virtuous and capable. Only with this kind of cultivation can we enjoy a better life. Doing good deeds to accumulate virtues is the best Feng Shui.